If you've ever handled high viscosity oil at cold temperatures, you'll know it's very difficult to get it moving when it's cold. This is the C.C.JENSEN Mobile Flushing Unit, or MFU. This unit is built off of the robust HDU series and combined with a number of specialized features to make it very effective for dealing with high viscosity oils like you'll find in mining haul truck differentials and final drives. The MFU is on a mobile base with heavy-duty casters and a big heavy handle for moving it around. At the back we've got a tank. This can hold about a barrel of oil, which makes it easier to always have a volume of oil in the machine to make it ready for servicing. 2 heaters to help heating the oil. This lowers the viscosity to make it easier to filter. The heater tubes are located at the back. The heater tubes also have individual drains, so if you're ever changing to a different oil type, you can open these valves and drain the oil out of them to make sure you get all the oil out of the system. The heaters each have 2 thermostats in each heater, and they're located under the junction box cover on the top. With a Phillips screwdriver, you can undo these screws and lift the cover off to reveal the thermostats underneath. The cycling thermostat is the one with the dial. That's located closest to me. And the high temp cutout thermostat is the one with the raised portion here. When it trips, you'll see a button pop up from the center of that, and to reset it, you just push the button down. That resets the heater, and you'll be ready to operate again. That can happen if there's no oil flow going through the heaters and the unit is turned off or started without oil in it, and it can quickly reach that cutout temperature and can sometimes trip the heater. The heaters are set to 60 degrees Celsius, so you don't risk burning the oil, and you can also monitor the temperature on the temperature gauge located on the heater tube piping here. The main system pump is located right here with its own dedicated motor. This motor is actually operated by a variable frequency drive, and that's based on the pressure that it's generating by pushing it through the filters. So if you're starting with very cold oil or extremely high viscosity, the system will automatically slow down the flow of the pump in order to get oil flowing through the filters, and also as the flow is lower, the heating is also greater, so it will aid in reducing the viscosity to allow it to be filtered. The pump is equipped with a pressure safety valve that in the event of a blocked filter or a plugged outlet, it will allow the oil to recirculate within the pump, so there's no risk of damage to the system. The maximum flow on the unit is about 850 liters per hour, and the minimum is around 300 liters per hour. The 3-way valve on the inlet may be positioned so that you're drawing from the onboard tank. So in case you wanted to dispense oil from the unit to your equipment, you can draw from the tank and dispense to the hose. Or if you want to draw from the hose, such as from your sump or differential, you can switch it, and now you'll be drawing oil in through the valve. Likewise on the outlet, in the vertical position, it'll be discharging the oil to the hose. If you want to discharge the filtered oil into the tank, then switch the valve, and now you'll be sending the oil into the tank. So you can have a variety of flow options. You can draw from a hose, dispense to a hose, from a hose to the tank, from the tank to the hose, or just recirculate the oil in the tank. And that can be really helpful if you are between servicing of vehicles. You can keep the oil warm because it's going through the heaters, and also filtered because it's going through the filters all that time. So the next time a truck comes in for service, you can connect to it and start inducing a flow with already hot filtered oil, and that really helps get the process moving a lot quicker. The tank is equipped with a level gauge, so this shows you how much oil is in the tank. Of course, want to avoid overfilling it. The tank also has an additional port that you can use to run oil directly into it, maybe gravity draining from a differential or from another system. And there's also a tank vent, which will allow it to breathe according to the oil level. On the back of the tank, you'll see some hose racks. You can either hang your electrical cord or the hoses for servicing your equipment. On the side of the tank is a clean out. You can remove the nuts here and take the plate off if you ever need to go in and retrieve a lost tool or clean out the tank. And it's also equipped with a drain right on the bottom if you want to drain the tank completely. If you do overfill the tank, of course you'll need to discharge some oil out to bring that level back down. So what you'll want to do is make sure that your valve is set to discharge to the hose, and we have a high level override button on the control box that lets you push and hold it. Then you can start the unit, discharge the oil so it's down below the level. Once the alarm light goes out, then you can release the button and let it keep operating. The tank is equipped with a high level and a low level safety switch. The high level switch is there so that if you're pulling oil in from an external source and pumping it into the tank, you of course don't want to overfill the tank. The low level switch is there, so if you're drawing from the tank and pushing out of the hose, it's watching to make sure you don't run out of oil. The inlet valve is equipped with a proximity switch that knows the position the handle is in. That's to aid with the logic of the high and the low level switches. This is a pressure safety switch, which is watching for a high pressure condition and will trip out the unit if it goes above that threshold. Below it is the pressure transducer. So this is monitoring the actual pressure and varying the speed of the pump accordingly. The filter canister contains 4 cartridge filters inside of it. This will lead to a service life of roughly 6 to 12 months based on normal usage in a mining haul truck shop. I hope this video helped you understand the features of the C.C.JENSEN mobile flushing unit. And if you want to find out more about it or see how it could work at your mine, please get a hold of us and we'd love to set up a trial for you.